Parasitic cleanse. Why do you want to do a parasitic cleanse? Parasite cleanse, if you've never done a parasite cleanse, you want to do parasite cleanse because you most probably haven't. You know that 98% of the people in this world is parasitic. We live in a parasitic environment, and it's an our duty to keep our bodies, our minds, our health, our spirits cleansed constantly, and we need to maintain that cleanse. So if you've never done a parasite cleanse, most probably you have parasite cleanse. If you feel like you don't have energy, if you have a foggy mind, if you have allergies, addictions to behaviors, addictions to substances, addictions to certain relationships, if you have skin conditions, if you have cancer, tumors, if you have bloating, if you have digestive problems, if you have cognitive disorders, attention disorders, depression, you have frustration, anger, sadness, depression, you want to do a parasite cleanse. Parasites have a big influence in our environment, in how we perceive the world, in how we interact with the world, and in the decisions and the choices we make. So parasite cleanse helps us to keep clean our vessels, our physical vessels, our mental bodies, our spiritual and emotional bodies, so we can be connected more with who we really are, so we can be in connection with our soul and our true purpose. These entities, these parasites, have a big influence in how we live. So in this parasite cleanse that I'm offering you, it has a lot of tools. It has, for many years, I've been doing parasite cleanses. I do one or even twice parasite cleanse or another kinds of cleanses and fasting during the year, just to keep myself clean and purified. In many native and ancestral traditions, it's very common to use this, to do these cleanses with plants, with herbs, with baths. In Mexico, is something that in our tradition, in the indigenous traditions, it's very common to be in touch always with herbology and different supplements, medicines, remedies that supports the cleansing of all these things. In Peru, for example, when we go do one dieta, the dieta is also, we take some plants that helps us to cleanse, and we have a strict diet. So parasite cleanse is not something that you do with one pill or 3 pills a week of 3 days, and then you live like that and you live it like that. No, the thing is, like, when you do parasite cleanse, the parasites that are killed, they release toxins and they release eggs. So you want to help and support the body to release those toxins, because then you're gonna be reinfected with toxins in your body, and the eggs will hatch and they will grow start their life cycle again. So you want to have at least 3 weeks of cleanse. The longer cleanse, the better. The more focus, the more commitment, the better. There are cleanses that are even like for 3 months. In cases, for example, that people have tumors and cancer, it's recommended to do a 90 days, a 3 months parasite cleanse. But that because you attack all the parasites and all these pathogens that lives in our body. So I created this protocol based on observation of the results. I have treated thousands of people by now, and I keep connection with them, and some clients have a lot of progress, and they able to have quantum jumps and shifts in their perception and their behaviors. And there's some clients that they got a little stuck. And this year I started collecting some data and asking to those clients if they have done parasite cleanse, and if 90% or more of the clients the result that they didn't have a parasite cleanse. So when it comes with, when you are working with yourself, we're working and getting tools for empowering yourself, going to retreats for transformation, going for new techniques, and going to retreats and trying plant medicines. You might have a lot of insights, useful insights, a lot of realizations, and then when you go back to your normal life, then you feel stuck. And then that's what happens with this kind of clients, because when you are parasited, these parasites influencing the way we see the world and we interact, as I said. So they also influence in our belief systems, and what belief systems we choose to consent, and which belief systems we keep using to manifest the life and that we experience. So if you come and have a very deep transformation, very deep realizations and informations, and then you keep yourself parasite, and these parasites are feeding certain belief systems, certain behaviors, certain emotions, then when you go back to your life, you're gonna keep going and recycling these emotions, these beliefs, and these thoughts. That's why it's important always to have a cleanse when it comes to before going to any transformation process. We want to start with from our body. We start with the body to access to the lightness of our spirit. So this protocol is designed for addressing our 4-dimension areas: the physical, the mental, the emotional, and the spiritual. So it has supplements, it has diet, it has meditations, it has affirmations, it have different supplements and tools that will support the cleansing of your vessel. It's important to know this because we live in a parasitic world, and parasite, one of the characteristics of parasite is that they feed themselves from the outside. So we have to look in our behaviors and the way we interact with the world. If we want constant approval from the outside, if we want constant recognition from the outside, if we are living to portray an image, that's also signs of parasitic attitudes and behaviors. If we are in dynamics, relationship dynamics, toxic relationship dynamics, codependency, there are also, these are parasitic attitudes and behaviors that most probably are reflection of an inner situation with parasites physically. So when it comes to empower yourself, free yourself, going back to your essence, going back to your power, embodying your truth, speaking your truth, and living your truth, it's important always to start from the physical aspect. So thank you for choosing to become your greatest version. Thank you for choosing to be in this commitment and this work we're doing. So you're very welcome to join us in this parasite cleanse protocol, and it has a lot of useful tools. It has a complimentary video that will support and guide you through the whole walkthrough of the process. And yeah, it's a very important tool. So thank you again, and see you. Check in with yourself.